Sometimes it feels like life is happening somewhere outside of us. You wake up, check your phone, rush through the day, think about 100 different things, and yet, somehow, you still feel distant from your own life. Many people today spend most of their time inside their own heads. Thoughts keep looping, replaying old mistakes, imagining worst-case scenarios, analyzing conversations that already ended hours ago. Meanwhile, the body just sits there, quiet and ignored, almost like it's only there to carry the brain around. And slowly, without even realizing it, we begin to feel like observers of our own lives instead of participants. Psychologists have started to look at this phenomenon in a very different way. According to trauma researcher, what we call overthinking may actually be something deeper. For many people, living constantly in their thoughts is not simply a habit, it can be a survival response. When the body has experienced stress, emotional pain, or overwhelming situations in the past, the mind sometimes learns to escape into thinking. Thinking feels safer than feeling, so the brain becomes louder, faster, more analytical, while the body slowly fades into the background. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you caught yourself overanalyzing everything, replaying conversations, worrying about the future, trying to mentally control every possible outcome? It feels like you're trying to solve life with logic alone. But what if that constant thinking is actually the mind trying to protect you from feelings that once felt too painful or too overwhelming? When people experience trauma, and trauma doesn't always mean something dramatic like violence or disaster, the nervous system can learn that being fully present in the body is dangerous. Emotional neglect, constant pressure, humiliation, chronic stress. Even these experiences can teach the brain one lesson: feeling is unsafe. And when the body starts to feel like a place of danger, the mind takes control. Thinking becomes a shield. At first, this strategy works. It protects you. It helps you survive difficult situations. But over time, the same strategy that once helped you cope can become a prison. The mind keeps running even when there is no danger anymore. Thoughts race endlessly, trying to predict problems before they happen. Meanwhile, emotions become distant, sensations become dull, and life begins to feel strangely flat. That's why many people today describe the same feeling. I know what's happening around me, but I don't feel like I'm really here. It's like watching your own life from the outside. You go to work, meet people, scroll through social media, complete tasks, but something inside still feels disconnected, and the modern world actually makes this problem worse. Our culture celebrates productivity, logic, and constant mental activity. From childhood, we are taught to control emotions, stay busy, and keep moving forward. Feeling too much is often labeled as weakness. Pausing is seen as laziness. Success is measured by how much we achieve, not by how deeply we experience life. Technology intensifies this even more. Every day we jump from one screen to another. Notifications, messages, videos, endless feeds of information. The brain is constantly stimulated, constantly processing, constantly reacting, but the body remains still, breathing shallowly, barely moving, disconnected from real sensory experience. You might spend hours watching content about mindfulness, happiness, or self-improvement, yet never actually pause long enough to feel your own breath or notice the ground beneath your feet. The mind travels everywhere, but the body stays forgotten. This constant digital stimulation trains the brain to chase quick bursts of attention and dopamine. Scrolling becomes addictive. Silence becomes uncomfortable. Being alone with our own sensations starts to feel strange. And slowly, we lose the ability to simply be present. But here is something powerful to remember. Emotions are not just thoughts. They are physical experiences in the body. Fear is not just an idea. It is a tight chest, cold hands, a racing heartbeat. Sadness can feel like a heavy weight in the shoulders. Anger might appear as heat in the face and tension in the muscles. Even intuition is not just a thought. It often appears as a subtle sensation somewhere inside the body. Yet most of us ignore these signals. Instead of asking, "What am I feeling in my body right now?" we ask, "What should I think about this?" And the mind starts another cycle of analysis. So here's a simple question I want you to try right now. Just pause for a second. Take a slow breath and ask yourself, where do I feel my emotions in my body at this moment? Maybe there is tension in your shoulders. Maybe your stomach feels tight. Maybe your breathing is shallow. Just noticing these sensations is already a powerful step. And before we continue, if this video is making you reflect in a new way, take a quick moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to create more content that explores the deeper side of psychology and self-understanding. Now back to the journey. When you start paying attention to bodily sensations, something interesting happens in the brain. The nervous system begins to calm down. Instead of being trapped in endless thoughts, awareness slowly returns to the present moment. This process is often called grounding. Grounding is surprisingly simple. It might mean feeling your feet pressing into the floor, taking slow breaths and noticing the air moving through your nose, touching something cold or textured and focusing on the sensation, listening carefully to sounds around you. These small physical experiences signal safety to the nervous system. When the body feels safe, the mind doesn't need to run as fast anymore. This is why many healing practices focus on movement and bodily awareness. Things like yoga, walking in nature, dancing, martial arts, or even simple stretching. These activities reconnect thought and sensation. They remind the brain that life is not just happening inside the head. And when that reconnection begins, something beautiful starts to change. Colors seem brighter. Conversations feel more real. Food tastes richer. A hug feels warmer. You stop performing life and start experiencing it. The mind is still there, thinking, planning, analyzing. But it is no longer the only place where life exists. The body becomes part of the conversation again. Because here is the truth that many people forget. The mind is an incredible tool, but it was never meant to be our permanent home. Life does not happen in thoughts alone. It happens in breath, movement, sensation, connection, and presence. So maybe today, instead of trying to solve every problem in your head, try something different. Take a slow breath. Notice your heartbeat. Feel your feet on the ground. Just for a moment, step out of the endless stream of thoughts and return to the place where life is actually happening, inside your living, breathing body. And if this message resonated with you, tell me in the comments. What sensation do you feel in your body right now? Your answer might be the very first step toward reconnecting with yourself.